Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about how you can transform these last few days, since we're just a few days away from Christmas, into the best Christmas season ever. Now, you're not going to want to miss out on this because I'm going to treat you like you were a client of mine, and I'm going to provide you with the high-valued coaching and mentoring on how you can make these last few days before Christmas the most magical and memorable ever. So stick around till the end because I also want to cover some of the cool things that we have coming up. Now, but first, before we do that, let me just start by asking you, have you ever looked back on Christmases past and maybe wish you'd spent more time on truly connecting with those that you love? Or maybe you felt like the holiday rush got in the way of what really mattered to you? Have you ever felt like these last few days before Christmas are just slipping through your fingers? Well, what if I told you that these last 5 days before Christmas hold the potential to create the most meaningful memories of the season? And here's something that maybe might change the way you look at it or think about, like, what if your unique gifts and superpowers are exactly what is needed to make these moments matter the most? Now, my name is Talbert. I'm the founder and author of a book that's called The GIVER Method that you can get on Amazon. It's been out for 3 weeks. It's an Amazon bestseller. I'll put a link in the description. I highly recommend that you go get it and dive into it. Now, today I want to share, how you can use these next 5 days to deepen connections, to reduce the stress you have, and make holidays just unforgettable. Now, before we dive into that, of course, I have a few points of order. Number one, if you are new here, please go ahead and hit subscribe, ring that bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on any of the high-value content that we provide. And number two, I've been so excited to share with as many people that, the book is out, The GIVER Method, and that you have the opportunity to order it, whether it's you order it now, you get it for Christmas, or order it for someone else and get it for Christmas, or you get it in prep for the new year. So that way you can start off 2025 the best way possible. So go ahead, get your access to it. Once again, the link will be in the description. You can access it after you watch the video, because if you're ready to discover and develop how your gifts and superpowers are used to create meaningful impact in your relationships, then this book is going to be the thing that shows you how. And by embracing the principles of the GIVER Method, you're going to unlock small and actionable ways to transform the days coming up into something that truly matters the most. Now, these next 5 days, they're perfect opportunity for you to apply the principles from the GIVER Method, like your gifts and your influence, the value you bring, how to have better engagements, interactions, discussions, and the relationships and how you upgrade them. And so as we go through it, we want to make sure that this holiday season is the most meaningful yet. The final stretch before Christmas is often filled with a lot of hustle, a lot of busyness, but the perfect time to slow down and refocus on what matters most. And you should be thinking about what matters most to you. These days give you these opportunities to deepen those connections with loved ones, to, create traditions that feel intentional and meaningful, and just focus on being present and there for everyone rather than trying to be perfect. Now, as I cover these different principles and items that I'm going to have today, like I said, it's high-value stuff that I would coach you on, and I'm also going to give you action items, things that you could go do today, this week, within the next 5 days to start making this the best Christmas ever, all right? We want to do that using the GIVER Method, and so we're going to explore what these principles are and guide you through, really how we're going to make it the most impactful 5 days possible, what you need to do and who you need to step into being to make that happen, okay? So let's start with the first one. You need to be the reflective planner. Like, a reflective planner ensures holiday seasons bring clarity and purpose. So we talked about what matters most and finding that meaning to you. And reflection isn't about just pausing, it's about creating space where you're going to align your actions to your values. So as you hear these other principles, make sure that they align with the intention of what you're trying to do. Reflection helps us to identify how we could use our unique gifts and superpowers to shape more meaningful experiences. Like, in the rush of the season, it's easy to get caught up in tasks and forge, and not forge deeper purpose behind what we're doing, which is what we want to do. And so planning with intention allows you to shift from reacting at these events to creating magical ones. And it's going to ensure that your energy is invested in the activities that bring you joy and connection and fulfillment rather than stress and regret. So just what you want to do is set aside quiet time today. Go reflect on what you want to do, like what you want to have happen over the next 5 days. What do you want that to look like? And write it down. Maybe there's top 3 priorities, whether it's spending time with loved ones or finishing a meaningful project or simply finding moments of rest and recharge. Like, identify the unique gifts and superpowers you have that you could use to make these priorities happen and make them impactful. And then just visualize what that success could look like for this holiday season. Create that mental picture of the meaningful moments you hope to experience and consider how you'll make them happen. Now, reflect daily on what worked and adjust your actions as based on what's needed to keep your intentions aligned over the next few days. Reflection transforms holiday experiences from this whirlwind of activities to that purposeful journey. It helps you slow down, focus, and prioritize what truly matters. And by starting with intention, you just ensure that your actions align with your values, creating this season filled with connection and joy. So take the time to do that and set what those intentions are, especially as we talk through the rest of these different principles and ideas, so that you could know which ones are going to be the most impactful to you. Now, the second one is, you have to become the moment maker. The moment maker views every activity as a chance to build connections and joy. Even the most routine tasks like wrapping a gift or preparing food can really become meaningful experiences when approached with the right mindset and intention. The key is seeing the potential for connection in the ordinary. This is about looking for you to be present and to find those opportunities for togetherness in just daily activities, whether it's turning errands into conversations where we can get deeper with it, whether it's adding laughter as a part of family chores. The moment maker that you could be understands that small shared moments often become the most cherished memories. And so what you want to do is reframe your to-do list as maybe a series of opportunities to connect. Invite those closest to you and your loved ones to join in on the tasks like gift wrapping or baking, and use that time to have discussions, to reminisce, to share stories, or just simply laugh together. And then pause throughout the day and acknowledge the significance of these moments, even if they feel small. If you're pressed for time, create micro moments of connection, by giving your full attention to someone, even if it's just for a few moments. These brief yet meaningful interactions can make someone feel really valued. In the just rush and the flurry of holiday preparation, it's easy to lose sight of the connection. And the moment maker, helps you to transform that busyness into bonding, creating those shared memories that last long beyond the season. And these moments remind us of the true magic of the holidays and that it lies in that togetherness that we can have. Now, the next one is that you need to be what I'm going to refer to as the happiness hacker. Now, the happiness hacker brings joy and playfulness into the holiday season, turning stress into delight. They're going to find ways to make the busiest moments so enjoyable and create an atmosphere of lightness and fun. It isn't about ignoring responsibilities in any way, but about adding elements of joy to them. Holiday preparations, it can feel stressful and overwhelming, but the happiness hacker knows that humor and music and creativity shift the mood, and by focusing on small and intentional moments of happiness, they inspire those around them to really embrace the season with a lighter heart and bringing that joy. So what you want to do is look for the ways that you could infuse fun into the daily tasks. Play holiday music while you're wrapping gifts, make chores into games, surprise loved ones with these small acts of joy, like hiding silly notes around the house or planning maybe impromptu holiday trivia games. Just pay attention to the energy levels of those around you. If someone seems stressed, bring some lightness and levity by sharing a joke or initiating some sort of playful activity. Your intentional focus on happiness can change the dynamic of the entire gathering. With as stressful as the holidays can be, joy is still contagious, and the holiday hacker helps remind us to savor the season and find delight in those really small things. Their effort creates this atmosphere of warmth and positivity and brings families closer together. Now, the next one is that you need to become the holiday historian. The holiday historian cherishes the magic of the season, and by creating and preserving the memories, they don't, they understand that some of the most special moments are the unplanned ones, and that capturing them helps to keep the joy alive long after the holidays end. It focuses on being present enough to notice these moments and intentional enough to enhance them. Whether it's through storytelling or photography or simply savoring that shared laugh, the holiday historian ensures these memories of the season are treasured. And so take the time to document small, meaningful moments. Set up space for family members to maybe write down or record their favorite holiday memories. Encourage storytelling during meals and gatherings, and connections. Reflect on what made each day special, and use these insights to create future traditions. You make the point that you're going to be taking more pictures, you're going to be filming more things, you can be sharing those memories with people through social media, or whether it be just in the room and with the group by sending them those pictures. highlight the moments that bring joy and laughter and connection and discuss them with loved ones. And that way you can deepen the significance of what they are. The holidays, it's more than just the decorations and gifts. It's about creating these moments that can last a lifetime. And a holiday historian ensures these moments are recognized and celebrated, and remember that about building a legacy of connection and of joy. Now, our next one is that you have to be, I did a video yesterday all on the idea of presence. And so, you can go check it out if you'd like on the channel, but you need to be the presence promoter. You need to emphasize the value of attention and focus. Someone who's a presence promoter, is going to, know that being truly present in interactions creates meaningful connections, and that is going to far outweigh the value of any physical gift. In a world that's filled with all sorts of distractions, the presence promoter creates the spaces where everyone feels engaged as deeply as possible. Their efforts ensure that each person feels seen and valued, and creates that environment of trust and connection. And so, you can do things like establish tech-free zones, tech-free times during family meals or during activities. Ensure everyone puts away distractions and focuses on the people in front of them. Model presence by making eye contact, listening fully, and engaging in the conversations around you with intention. And then create rituals that encourage presence. What are things like I've talked about in some of the most recent videos of things like gratitude circles or storytelling sessions or spotlight moments or just quiet moments of reflection. These sort of practices help everyone slow down and appreciate the moments around them. Presence is the foundation for meaningful relationships, and by focusing on the people around us, we communicate that they matter to us, and it creates these stronger bonds and just unforgettable memories. Now, the next one is that you have to be the empathy champion, so that you recognize that the holidays, bring a mix of emotions, and that you can create space for authentic expression, helping loved ones navigate both joys and challenges of the season. Now, the idea is to focus on the emotional connection and understanding by offering support and listening without judgment. The empathy champion fosters and creates this sense of safety and belonging, no matter what the situation may be. And so what you want to do is be attentive to the nonverbal cues, such as body language or the tone of voice, and check in with loved ones, especially if they seem like they might be stressed or withdrawn from whatever's happening, and encourage open conversation about, by just asking thoughtful questions and listening with care. Sometimes you just need to provide the time and space for, the quietness for those who need to recharge or process their feelings, whether it's a one-on-one conversation or simply sitting together in silence. Your presence can be just this source of comfort. And the holidays bring all sorts of whirlwind of emotions, but empathy creates connection. And by offering an understanding and support, the empathy champion strengthens those relationships and helps loved ones feel seen and valued. And then, of course, you need to become the gratitude guru or the gratitude guide, and transform everyday moments into those meaningful moments of, by encouraging the appreciation of what's happening at that time. If you're a gratitude guru, you're going to help others to notice and celebrate the blessings in their lives amidst all the holiday chaos. It's about focusing on cultivating and creating that thankfulness and turning the holiday season into a time of reflection and joy. And when you express gratitude, the gratitude guru is going to inspire others to do the same, and it creates that ripple effect of positivity and gratitude. And so introduce gratitude rituals, such as starting meals by sharing something we're thankful for, or pausing during the day to reflect on the people or experiences and moments that bring you joy, and encourage loved ones to join in by expressing their appreciation, whether it's through handwritten notes, spoken words, or just small acts of kindness. These sort of gestures deepen the connections and remind everyone what truly matters. Gratitude shifts the focus from what's missing to what's present, and creates a sense of contentment with, and joy. The gratitude guru reminds us that, to cherish the season, and the people around us who actually make it special. And so as you approach these final days before Christmas, remember that it's not about the grand gestures or about checking off the lists or rushing through preparations, but about the intentional presence. And by using your gifts and superpowers, you can make these last 5 days a time for connection and joy and love, and make it just transformative for everyone around you. Just pick one of the principles today. I think number one is the most important, because you want to just set that practical intention of what you're trying to accomplish, and then pick one of the other ones. Notice what difference it makes, not just to your loved ones, but for you as well, and how you feel. The Giver method isn't just for the holidays. It is a way of life. By giving your gifts and superpowers, influencing those in your sphere of influence, by creating value for them, engaging with them, and deepening those relationships, we create that lasting impact and more meaningful relationships. Remember that all of this is available inside of the book, The Giver Method, that you can get on Amazon. I believe if you order it today, you can still get it by Christmas, but at the same time, even if you got it after Christmas, in prep for the new year and for New Year's resolutions, this could be the most amazing thing to help you to discover and develop your gifts, create meaningful impact, and to have those deeper, more meaningful relationships that I call relationship riches. Now, if this video resonated with you, go ahead and leave a comment, like it, share maybe what you're doing maybe in these last few days to make them the most impactful, because whatever you share could be what inspires someone else and helps them to start making that change over the next few days. And with that, I'll just say until next time, keep growing, keep giving, and remember that the final days here before Christmas can become the most meaningful part of the entire holiday season if you use your gifts with intentionality to create that space for it. And so with that, I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I hope that you're having an amazing holiday season, and that this will help to make it even more magical and the best one yet. And so with that, we will catch you in our next video. Have a great rest of your day.